you need that a lot. And then glutes and hamstrings and hip flexors. So technically, all the muscles in the body are needed for swimming. So if you're super duper serious about swimming, you need to incorporate total body conditioning into your workouts, into your program. Welcome to the Purposeful Fitness with Coach Ola, where I dive in deeper into holistic health and fitness topics that would help you stay inspired, motivated, and dedicated to living a purposeful, fit life while pursuing for the Akhirah. Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 46 with Coach Ola. I am excited to talk about total body conditioning and why it's so important for swimming and for everything else, whether it's running, CrossFit, whether it's triathlon, whatever that you do in life, you need total body conditioning. If you've never in your life worked out, or if you do work out, you still need total body conditioning. So today's episode is going to talk about what is total body conditioning, TBC, why it is important, and how to incorporate it into your workouts and into your life. And of course, I'm going to invite you to join my free course that is for beginners who have never in their life swam before. That course, the link is in my show notes, and I'll talk about it in a bit. So, are you guys ready to get back into shape, to stay in shape, and to keep in shape? If you said yes, let's dive in and learn all about TBC. So my friends, what is TBC and why I'm a huge fan about it? Well, first of all, it is a multi-level full body workout that targets all major muscle groups. As a functional fitness specialist, as a personal trainer, and as a swim instructor, I'm a huge fan. I've taught total body conditioning classes at George Mason, and I'm hoping to be able to get back into teaching fitness classes on land. It's very, very, very useful, and I know it's not the trendiest or the most popular one at the gym. I noticed, you usually see boot camps, or you usually see CrossFit, and you usually see high intensity workouts. But total body conditioning is really helpful for the body. So body conditioning itself, it refers to exercises that increase your strength, your speed, your endurance, or any other physical attribute. So it helps you regain your mobility, your flexibility, your strength, your endurance. It just helps you become a more functional person through everything in life. And it's the proper form of exercises and workout program that helps the entire body to regain its flexibility, its mobility, and of course, the best part, the coordination, which is a huge factor. When it comes to finding a balance, when it comes to deadlift, for example, when it comes to the correct form, total body conditioning is for you. So why is it so important? It is important because it does prevent the body from long-term injuries, during workouts and everyday activities. Even if it's sitting, or for example, doing laundries, or for example, putting things away, closing the door if you're a mom, or even you're a dad, you're holding your kids, all these daily activities will help you through it. It also warms up the body appropriately before heavy loading or high amount of endurance. So if you were about to hit the gym floor, for example, and you're I'm ready for this workout, and you're just going to go straight to the weightlifting, you might more likely feel burned out and not enjoy it. And in the long run, you might injure yourself. Therefore, the TBC, it will help you warm up appropriately, properly, and then you can enjoy the workout. Same thing with the water, same thing with swimming, right? You don't just jump into the water and then you swim. Yes, you do jump in the water. Yes, you do your laps, of course, but this episode and this topic for me, I'm talking about it in the perspective of you really need to work on your workouts on land to help you become a better swimmer, so that when you jump into the water and you go straight into the freestyle lap, for example, swim, or you just go straight into the drills, at least your body is introduced to exercises and not just straight into the water. And again, I'm saying this from experience, from seeing it in my own eyes, where they're people that come to me for swim lessons, they lack mobility, they lack flexibility, they lack coordination, and especially with the older population, right, it's even harder for them, especially if they have never done a lot of exercise and they just want to go back into swimming. That's when it can be become harder. And I talked about this topic in the episode of why you need dryland exercises for that purpose. So again, TBC, it helps more muscles, burn more calories in less time, and it increases your strength, and it also helps to maximize your workout efficiency and have a greater flexibility. So why is it important again? Because you will be able to do more exercises in a better form, so that you can incorporate the compound exercises. What are compound exercises? They are exercises that combine more than one muscle group. So for example, you're doing a lunge. You do a lunge with a bicep curl. That's a compound exercise. You're targeting the upper body, the biceps, and then you're targeting the quads along with the glutes as you do the lunge. Or for example, you do squat with like a push. So let's say you have a kettlebell in your hand, right? You hold it in your chest, and then you do your squat. You squat, and then in the squat position, you push the kettlebell out. That is a compound exercise because you're targeting both the core, the chest, and then the glutes, obviously, with the squat exercise. And that's why total body conditioning is so important. So you can do so many things and enjoy fitness journey, whatever your goals are. So how to incorporate it into your daily life and into your workouts. Again, as a reminder, for swimming specifically, the major muscles that are used in all strokes, butterfly, breaststroke, freestyle, and then the backstroke, you need the latissimus dorsi, which is the lats, pectoral muscles, right, the pecs, which are the chest, and that is so important for freestyle, for breaststroke, and obviously for butterfly. And then you need the core muscles, because they help you to stabilize the body and play an integral part of your precision in the water. You need the quadriceps muscles, which are the quads, and they're also one of the largest muscles in the lower body, in the legs, and they are very important for kicks. You need those deltoid and shoulder muscles, like big time, right? Especially all the strokes. But especially if you are like a freestyle fan, you need that a lot. And then glutes and hamstrings and hip flexors. So technically, all the muscles in the body are needed for swimming. So if you're super duper serious about swimming, you need to incorporate total body conditioning into your workouts, into your program. And if you're not super duper serious about swimming, but you still want to do swimming, you still need total body conditioning. So how can you add it into your workouts? Well, great question. Number one, you start out with staying hydrated. Yes, because staying hydrated will actually help you feel less stiff in the body. And I have talked about this with my podcast interview with Adam Youngsma. If you would like to go back and listen to that episode, he is the expert in this area. And I asked him about it because when I used to teach boot camp class at George Mason, I remember where, one of the attendees was like, oh, I'm always feeling stiff. So she would start her workouts before I teach the class straight into static stretching. And I'm not a huge fan of that. But then, there are opinions out there in the fitness industry. And so it depends on where you are in your body and how you feel that day and stuff like that. Right? But Adam Youngsma and we dived way into depth about this topic. So I would recommend that you go back and listen to that interview. So staying hydrated is the key here. Also, you need to add foam rolling into your workouts at least 2 to 3 times a week. And that's also something I talked about with Adam Youngsma, as well as with my interview with Dr. Jen, because she is the mobility expert and a physical therapist as well. So I would recommend you guys go back to Pete Holman, Dr. Jen, and Adam Youngsma, and then, of course, with my interview, Dr. Evan Ozar. Foam rolling is super important for total body conditioning because that will help you with the myofascial tissue. So if you've been sitting all day, all week, or you actually do work out on a regular basis, but you have that busy, stressful life, right? And you've been through trauma, for example, you've been through emotional stress, all of that actually really does impact your performance and your body. So foam rolling is one of the ways, but not the only way, to help you with the conditioning the body, releasing that tension, and then keeping that myofascial tissue fluid. And what does it mean by myofascial tissue being fluid? It means that you're able to move more easily. And with swimming, you all know that you really need to have your body fluidly moving, because all the strokes have to be fluidly in the motion. So it's not just the arm doing the stroke, and then you kicked with the leg, and then you breathe. Like, it has all come together. And that is why it's so crucial for you to stay hydrated, to do foam rolling, and then to add dynamic stretching before each workout, whether it's on land or on in the water. So again, dynamic stretching is a huge part, and sometimes I don't do it myself when I go in the water. Like, I'm one of those people who just get in the water and then go swim too. So I completely understand how you feel. But if you are a swimmer or swimmer, want to become one, then I really recommend that you guys do add dynamic stretching when you are in the water. So for example, like water aerobics, like walk in the water, for instance, you can like shrug your shoulders up and then round it back. You can, like, for example, let's say you're standing in the water, you extend one leg out like you're kicking a soccer ball, you extend the leg to the side. So if it's your right leg, you extend that right leg straight out to the right in the water, and then you kick that leg back straight, right? You keep your leg straight, and you kick it back. You squeeze those glutes like you squeeze them on land, because you really need to activate the glute muscles for swimming as well. So if you have worked with a trainer before, or if you've seen on Instagram, social media, you've seen like posts, article that says you need to squeeze those glutes when you squat, and then like engage the core when you're doing this and that. My friends, the same concept is in the water. So, and that's why it's so important to activate your glute muscles, to engage the core, to keep the back straight, and to have a very, very conditioned body for the swimming journey. And then add proper static stretching and a cool down phase. Again, same thing whether it's on land or it's in the water. So a proper static stretching would mean holding that stretch for about, 30 seconds, minimum or maximum, up to a minute. So again, how you kicked your leg to the side, right? And then you kicked it forward and you kicked it back. You can keep that leg straight out and you can hold it. You can bring the legs to the side and hold it for a few seconds. And then, stretch your shoulders and then do it like side. So I know it's a podcast interview, it's hard for me to like show. I'm very like, my arms are moving right now, but you need to add static stretching. And I'm a huge, huge fan. So for total body conditioning, how to incorporate it, again, you need to add resistance and strength training into your workout routine at least 3 times a week. And that means you either pick up a resistance band or you pick up a dumbbell and then you do a workout, an exercise. So if you have questions on how to go about this, like, what kind of exercise to add, how to add it, send me a message on my Instagram or social media at bfitforakhira. You can always email me, and I'm working on those content to create them for you guys. But for instance, if you do go to my social media and you see some of my videos where I do carry with me my resistance band when I'm out in the public, because why not? I enjoy that stuff. So TRX is another great example that you can use for total body conditioning. So for example, chest press that you guys see people doing at the gym. Let's say you have a resistance band, it's like a very long one that has the handle on the side. You can wrap it around like a pole or something that's in place, and then you can use one hand of the resistance band to push forward, and then like add the chest press exercise to it. You can add wood chops using the resistance bands. And then with the strength training, as simple as a Zottoman curl, as simple as like, doing chest press again, and then push-ups, body weight exercises, whether it's dips, whether it's holding and playing for 30 seconds, even if it's like 10 seconds, if you're not able to do the whole thing yet. So take baby steps and really, really, really add that land workout. And then last but not least, make sure that you are following a structured workout to help you with the cardio and endurance training. So remember, if you want to be able to swim for a longer time, then you really need to have that body being conditioned and also having that body strong and stamina, so that you're able to hold your, not just hold your breath, but you're able to like hold that energy to do the kicking, the breathing, the body rotation, to when it comes to breathing and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, I highly recommend, if you are interested in getting started with swimming, the link is in my show notes. It's on Teachable. Click on the course Introduction to Swimming, where I have this entire episode and slide PowerPoint in there, but I also actually do have a workout plan that you can follow along. It's a simple 7-day workout plan that you can do, and I also incorporated videos that you can follow along when it comes to the strokes that you can get started with on land, again, for only freestyle, only for the breaststroke, and only for the backstroke. I couldn't do the butterfly yet, as I'm still working on it myself. So again, thank you. Let me know again what's your feedback. Leave me a 5-star review, guys, on iTunes if you can. I would truly appreciate it. And have a wonderful day. Keep up with the workouts, keep up with the swimming journey, and never give up, because it does take time and it does take consistency, showing up and being yourself. Have a wonderful day, and assalamu alaikum. Thank you for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe today and leave a 5-star review. You can also screenshot and share this episode with a family or a friend. Be strong, be fit for Akhirah.